A lot of you about our segment last night on Senator John Fetterman and his hoodie. Yesterday, the Senate announced a change to their dress code. Jacket and ties are out. You can now come as you are. From social media, ShellMay00. It's proven that when you dress up, you are more productive as well as you hold yourself to a higher level. Plenty of studies on it. Explains a lot about what life is like now compared to when everyone dressed up. You and my grandmother would have gotten along well. Blocky Chinsky, I've pretty much learned if you're wearing a suit and tie, I should be very suspicious of you. You are on to something here. Lawyers, news anchors, used car salesmen, preachers, Mormons. I may take issue with that there, but I don't know if we need to get into religion. But this is remnant of a bygone era, and from what I can tell, is only used when you need to trick people into trusting you. Well, we work hard as news anchors to earn your trust every night here on NewsNation, but we'll continue to wear suit and ties. As I said last night, the standard is the standard. Grand New Age Society's bar just keeps getting lower and lower. Used to be a sign of respect to dress up for various reasons: church, job interviews, flying, weddings, funerals, or just looking good for your spouse or date. I think laziness is the main reason a lack of effort is made anymore. That and a certain lack of values. Fair. Bygone era. But this is my absolute favorite, and this is why we so appreciate your thoughts. J.D. Lowry, and we had not thought of this, make them all, meaning everyone in Congress, wear NASCAR suits with all the logos of the corporations that have bought them. Here now, Democratic strategist, LA Times contributor, former House GOP Oversight Committee, and hoodie enthusiast, Kurt Bardell. You don't have any logos on there.
I'm not bought and paid for by anybody. That's why.
Okay, there we go. Look, I was on the radio earlier and I read this comment, which I think is just absolutely delightful. And the woman who I was talking to, Lisa Dent, said, there aren't NASCAR suits big enough for all of the logos.
That would be amazing. This senator brought to you by Big Pharma, by Big Labor, by Big Oil, by Defense Contract, Northrop Grumman. Like, that would be outstanding.
Yeah, I thought we could also add on to that all of the stocks they've recently traded.
Oh, there you go.
That might help us understand what's going on. Okay, so we'll get back to the issue of John Fetterman. This is what we said last night that sparked so much of a response. Take a listen. In America now, if we can't play by the rules, we change them. If we can't meet the standards, we change the standards. Of course, that means the new standard becomes the lowest standard, the lowest common denominator, all in the name of equity. Why do you think this issue of changing the Senate dress code hit such a nerve that it exploded on social media?
Well, I think anytime you're talking about changing societal norms, like people expect, when you see a member of the United States Congress, don't care what party you are, don't care how old you are, you expect a certain presentation, a certain decorum, if you will. And anytime you're changing precedent, like what you can wear on the Senate floor, the floor of the United States Congress, like that's a big deal, in my opinion, honestly. And when you start opening up that door, no matter what the intentions are and what you think might happen, like, how would we all feel if one day we turn on the State of the Union address and everyone there is wearing not...
Yeah, everybody's there in golf clothes and quarters. Susan Collins of Maine suggested she may wear a bikini tomorrow. Just to
Nobody
sort of
wants that
point.
visual.
Oh,
no
boy,
one needed that.
You went there. I wasn't going to, but I think she was making that point herself, that this is just not what we want to do. I think this is the question, though. My reasoning of why it hit such a chord, and tell me if I'm wrong, is this didn't go to the institution itself. It went so specifically to John Fetterman, who has flouted the dress code. He did it wearing a suit. Then he went away to a hospital for depression. He came back. He said, now I'm just going to be myself. I'm wearing my hoodie. Is that it showed a accommodation to one person who says, I'm just going to be different, and almost just sort of show either an inability or a lack of respect to the institution and to all of the people that he serves.
Right. I think my issue is no one senator is bigger than the institution. Our entire process is predicated on the idea that no one individual's rights is bigger than the collective wholes. And I do think it's an issue of respect. It's like, listen, I don't give a crap, frankly, what Senator Fetterman wants to wear, what he doesn't want to wear, what he's comfortable in, whatever. But there is this institution that has existed since the founding of our country that has a standard. And when you decide that you want to become a part of that institution, you're kind of accepting that that comes with some of those rules, guidelines, regulations, whatever. Like, that's just part of the gig. If you don't like that gig, then don't run for it.
Well, that's sort of what we said, right? The Coach Tomlin quote. The standard is the standard. When you change the standard, then it.
I mean, if I could get away with just wearing this everywhere I go.
Well, you just did, okay?
Well, yeah,
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.